buenas, soy Jarko. Seguimos aquí con la exploración de la ciudad de Val Royeaux en Dragon Age Inquisition. Vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. Más que nada por si hubiera algo oculto. La máscara del león. Una carta. Y aquí hay una cosilla. Ah, esto. Busca en la cantina. Un amigo de Jenny la Roja. No sé si conocéis lo de Jenny la Roja. Es una cosa que se ha ido dando en las diferentes entregas. Una especie de hermandad así misteriosa sobre la que, bueno, eventualmente hemos ido averiguando alguna cosilla. Pero vamos, que es una orden que se mantiene bastante en el misterio. Vamos a echar un vistazo. Porque podrían tener... Me gusta mirar todos los estos. Sobre todo por algún posible diagrama de mejoras. Alguna cosa así. ¿Y esto? Vale, bueno, Codex. Esta parte no la hemos visitado aún. Vale, vamos allá. Mira, otra cosa escondida. Este es de los nuestros. Ahí está. Vale, y ahora me falta en la zona alta del mercado. Algo ha pitado por ahí. Ah, vale, ya lo veo. Madame Mordisquitos. Buen nombre. Mordisquitos era como se llamaba la mascota de la tipa esta de Futurama, ¿verdad? Bueno, una carta aquí. Hay mogollón de cosas en esta ciudad. Y voy a echar un vistazo aquí. ¿Se puede subir? A ver, ¿dónde estoy en el mapa? Vale. Aquí... ¿Esta tiene algo que contar?
Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Ah, vale, ya lo veo. Vale. Ya no hay nada más por aquí. Espera, ¿esto qué es? Un mercader. A ver. Comprar, vender.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell, but if the chantry censures you, I'm not liable.
Estos son diagramas. Es bueno saber qué hay por aquí. De hecho hay diagramas de mejoras, aunque de momento no las vayamos a comprar, pero... Sí que compraría si fuera alguno para las mejoras de, pues por ejemplo, de la ballesta de Barrick o cosas así que sean propias de los personajes. Bueno, es bueno saber que está por aquí. Tiene un montón de diagramas que, bueno, en un futuro pueden interesarnos. Aquí, ¿esto se puede entrar? ¿No? Vale. Vale, creo que vamos a bajar a la bestia. A ver, el pañuelo ese me llevaba a otro sitio. Anda, hay dos plantas aquí. Vale, pues vamos a viajar a las otras plantas, a ver, y seguimos la exploración. Aquí. Vale. Pues vamos aquí. Vale, estaba arriba, ¿no? Ahí está. Usa el mapa del mundo para ir al punto de encuentro. Vale, bueno, hemos desbloqueado algo con las cosas estas. Ya que estoy, oye, vamos a explorarlo todo. A ver, hostia, mierda. Supongo que me estará... Ah, sí, aquí hay un libro, vale. Entonces no se puede acceder a las otras zonas desde aquí. Me tengo que teletransportar, ¿no? Vale, de hecho hay una zona aquí que abarca todo eso. Y luego está esta que abarca eso. Y esta, por lo que veo, de momento no puedo acceder. A ver qué más hay por aquí, va. Otros 75 puntitos de experiencia. Ganar experiencia así es un lujo. Ah, mira, aquí hay otra placa. Vamos a ver primero aquí abajo. Aquí tenemos una vista de la ciudad. Bueno, de la plaza esta. Está chula. Vale, eso me señala eso. Voy a ir primero por aquí. Un piñazo hasta abajo tiene que doler, ¿eh? Tal vez en un futuro esta tía tenga alguna importancia. Es una ciudad, pero a lo tonto es grande, ¿eh? Me parecía más pequeña de lo que en realidad es, vamos. Mucho recoveco. Lo que pasa es que es un poco engorrosa si tienes que ir viajando con esto. Espera, por ahí hay algo. Tal vez fuera solo la puerta, ¿no? O sea, esto que me permite viajar. Vale, me falta. Espera. ¿Por ahí no he ido? Ah, es que desde ahí, claro. Vale, pues entonces vamos a ir a la zona de fuera. Que además acabo de ver que hay un mercader. Ahí está el mercader. Vale, vamos a barrer todo desde aquí. Aquí, vale. A veces algunas cosas no las veo. Espera, el mercader, vale, está por aquí. ¿Este?
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, shop.
Very well. What do you have for sale?
I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
Cosa de puta.
How do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
My shop is a destination. Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
I can't see it. Tell me what it is.
If you have to ask, you are not the one to buy it.
I need to know if I can use it.
And again, the point is missed. If mere use is your concern, you should go elsewhere. The person who claims this will not be known for using it. They will be known because they paid for it.
¿Porque le estás timando? ¿O qué? Me estoy quedando flipado con este mercader.
So, you sell one very expensive item, and it's worth it?
Let me now interrupt the inevitable defense of your thrift. I'm sure you have treasures, and you will have many more. You could parade them from here to Halam Shiral, but none of that would allow you to say you have purchased this. The item is irrelevant. The price is worth it.
I don't see why this is special. Anyone can overprice something.
To overprice an item, the item must have a known value already. It is then priced over what it is worth. This has only the value I have set. It has never had another. It is not overpriced. It is priced.
Vamos, porque podría ser una mierda perfectamente.
Well, goodbye then.
Mind the flooring. It is not used to feet that have been subjected to soil.
A ver. Caja misteriosa. 10.000 monedas. Yo tengo 1.500. Hombre, tan caro. Pero, claro, igual lo compras y... ¿Y qué? No sé si alguien lo habrá visto ya. Supongo que alguien lo habrá comprado. ¿Sabéis qué es? Ahora, esto es más que nada para joderte un poco y tenerte ahí y decir, hostia, qué mierda será la caja. ¿Sabes? ¿Esto se puede entrar? No sé, supongo que, bueno, en un futuro bien alguien me lo enseñará o lo veré en algún vídeo o alguna historia. Vale, sí, me señala la puerta nada más. Aquí no hay nada. Eso es la puerta. Ah, mira, aún he encontrado algo más. Bien, bueno, pues creo que hemos explorado toda la ciudad. Ya es hora de irnos. No tengo nada más que hacer por aquí. Me ha dejado mosqueado el puto comerciante, este loco. Vale. Mapa del mundo ya, en realidad. Bien. Se nos han iluminado aquí dos cosas. Aquí es lo de Jenny la Roja. Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Esto parece que sale cuando sales de la ciudad. Te salta este evento.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Esta tía debería estar muerta,
I'm
¿no?
surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Bueno.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Bueno, una esperanza ahí con los magos. Igual podemos ganarnos la alianza. Yo creo que al final tendremos que aliarnos tanto con unos como con otros. Pero bueno, a lo mejor te hacen elegir, no sé. Así, ahora estábamos yendo a donde nos han llevado las pistas estas de Jenny la Roja. Me tengo que cargar a los guardias. Vamos a pegarle un calambrazo. Si ya lo había matado. Vale, ahí tengo para saquear. Vamos a probar lo que habíamos dicho de ver el combate con otros personajes. Vamos a empezar por Barrick. Vale. Uf.
How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My
Qué pose tienen,
will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Hostia.
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Hostia, qué tía más zumbada, tío.
You killed him before he could say who he worked for.
And before he could shout magic. What? My people said the Inquisition would want him dead. So he's dead.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sera. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
¿Qué dices? Hostia, estoy alucinando. Ah, pero que va en serio. Que van sin pantalones. La loca. Esta tía está muy mal. Vale, vamos a probar con Barrick, por ejemplo. Este es el tiro explosivo. Vamos a ver, va. Ya que están ahí, supongo que hará un área. Toma. A ver, tiro largo. Wow. Ah, pues hace daño. Mira este cabronazo. Vamos a probar con este, el tiro saltador. Hostias. Ya lo había visto yo a Barrick dar volteretas ahí. Ya sabemos por qué es. Y me queda por probar esto, que vale para ralentizarlo si te van a atacar cuerpo a cuerpo.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
O sea, eres raro, me gustaría unirme. Esta tía es muy crack. A ver.
All I know about you or your group is that I followed a random trail into a trap.
What trap? You knocked, he crapped. It's... Look, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sera. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you.
plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Estoy pero de verdad que alucinando con esta tía. A ver.
So who are your friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Estoy flipando. Encima se quiere
You sound
unir.
like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad.
Parece
Right,
Homer,
You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries?
Me ha recordado a
Bad
Homer.
things should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
Hostia, solo por tener estos diálogos vale la pena.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Hostia, qué personaje, tío. Además es jugable, vale. Este no... Uf. Me he quedado alucinado con esta tía. Un amuleto. A ver, un momento. De vida. Ah, vale, este era de un solo uso, pero bueno, me vendrá bien. Cassandra ya tiene uno. Este es Constitución y este también. Bueno, pues Barrick, por ejemplo. Ahí hay más cosas. Ya no hay nada más por aquí. Parece que no. Bueno, pues hemos encontrado un personaje nuevo. Bastante peculiar. Y aquí quedaba una cosa que nos ha salido nueva. Vale, primera encantadora de Monsimar. Vamos a ver.
Master Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods.
Concilio de Heraldos.
It can't be good.
Es la primera vez que oigo hablar de eso.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Madre mía, lo que le haría yo. ¿Podemos matarlo? Bueno, a ver qué pasa.
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests.
Toma.
Someone be a dear and clean this mess up. We can't have him cluttering up the dance floor. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Qué perra, ¿eh?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Can you get away with killing a nobleman like that?
He attempted to draw his weapon, unprovoked, in the presence of witnesses. Duels are not fought in the drawing room. By Chevalier code, his life was forfeit from the moment his hand fell to his hilt.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With divine Justinia dead, the chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Vamos a seguir tirando la caña a todo lo que se mueva.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
¿Magos leales?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to who?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas, and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition?
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Bueno, no son malas credenciales eso y las dos peras que tiene.
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Bueno, ¿por qué no? Reclutamos a Vivienne para la Inquisición. Joder, en un momento dos personajes nuevos. Bueno, antes no teníamos para elegir, ahora tenemos un mago de más y otro pícaro. Es una pena que los dos pícaros que tengamos sean los dos a distancia. Podríamos probar a lo mejor uno cuerpo a cuerpo, a ver qué tal. Pero bueno, más adelante supongo que saldrá alguno más. De todas maneras, consolas no me iba mal del todo. Bien, ahora sí, ya llegamos aquí. A ver. Vale, por ahora voy a dejarme esto por si me viniera bien con alguno de los personajes. A ver. Aquí ahora puedo ver a los personajes, sí. Ahí está. Antes estaba disparando con un arco. Porque ahora me salen dos dagas. Bueno, en realidad, mira, quería probar uno con dagas. Pues cuando tengamos armas se las daremos. De momento no tiene nada esta tía. No tiene armadura tampoco. Que me la han dado. Ah, vale. ¿Pela? Menos mal que tengo algo por aquí. Será esta suya, ¿no? ¿Y tú? Ah, esta sí que viene con cosas. Vale. Cada vez que veo a Barry con el turbante, madre mía. Lo que vamos a ver es las armas de los otros. Los dedos dulzones, esto. Ah, sí, ya me acuerdo. Escudo de la Inquisición y tengo un escudo que no puedo utilizar todavía, vale. A esta no la podemos llevar de momento, hasta que no pille armas mejores. Armas mejores no, hasta que no pille algún arma. Vale, pues nada, vamos allá. Podría fabricarle dos dagas aquí. Tengo daga curvada. No sé si vale la pena que malgaste aquí. Mira, como me van saliendo armas, de momento lo voy a dejar. Espera, esa tía. Ah. A ver si tienen algo interesante que contar por aquí.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
Le podemos mentir.
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
Nah, vamos a decir la
never
verdad.
stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Lo dudo.
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Pues por preguntar, perra.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Ya se lo sacaremos más adelante.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a Mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Mortalitasi?
Your uncle was a Mortalitasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The Mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
Bueno, ya sabemos algo más de Navarra, que se parece sospechosamente a Navarra.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this marked for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, paso.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Bueno, vamos para adentro. Supongo que ya estarán estos personajes nuevos. Estarán por el campamento. Vamos a ver dónde los han localizado. Sera y Viviene, vale. Me parece que hay por aquí una posada que creo que no ha entrado aún. Aquí hay un saco. Vale, ahí está. A ver, por curiosidad.
It's all right, Flisser. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flisser. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
Leliana tiene amigos en todas partes.
Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Denham. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Leliana. Sometimes it was helpful. He asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize he meant it.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making...
Vale, sí, esto ya...
Harris is... And... Oh, there's also my name.
Vale.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Oye, me sorprende que la música ha mejorado bastante respecto a entregas anteriores. Es agradable. Vale, creo que vamos a cortar ya aquí y en el siguiente capítulo hablaremos con Sera, la tipeja esta que nos hemos aquí traído, y con Vivienne, la otra tía. Además tengo alguna misión ya. Vale, lo dejamos aquí. Un saludo.